Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. JPS work crew rescue after being stuck in St. Catherine floodwaters. Firefighters on Monday night rescued two workers of the Jamaica Public Service Company JPS after the truck they were traveling in became stuck in floodwaters in St. Catherine. The technicians were on a power restoration operation when the incident happened, which occurred around 8:20. It is reported that while traversing floodwaters, the JPS stock stalled and the workers were unable to restart it. While stuck, the force of floodwaters caused the truck to be swept away, prompting the JPS workers to abandon their seats and climb atop the vehicle to seek safety. Firefighters from the St. Catherine Fire Department were called to the scene and the workers were rescued. The truck was eventually removed from its resting spot after the floodwaters receded. Spanish Town Hospital scales down services due to inclement weather damage. The Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine will be restricted to admitting only emergency cases. This as the Type B facility has been significantly affected by the recent weather conditions associated with Hurricane Ian over the weekend. In a statement yesterday afternoon, the hospital says elective surgeries have been scaled back. Senior Medical Officer SMO at the Spanish Town Hospital, Dr. Jacqueline Wright James, says the clinical operations of the Accident and Emergency Department and sections of the operating theaters have been affected by leaking roofs. Some services remain unaffected.
We have scaled down elective surgeries because of our operating theatre. We've had some significant leaking in the area, and hence we'll just scale down to just emergencies. We're doing all that we can to get the service back up and running, and in the interim too, we have sought some support from our colleagues in the hospitals in the region to assist us in the event that we do need assistance with surgical support. But yes, we have been significantly impacted by the effects of the weather. So we had to relocate within the same space to accommodate the patients and enable us to care for them. We're still seeing our patients in the A&E department, but it's just that we had to kind of do some musical chairs and gymnastics. We had to relocate to some dry areas, but we're still operational in the accident and emergency department. But the operating theatre has also been affected. We didn't have that sort of flooding on the hospital compound at all at this time. Nothing to that extent at all. In fact, there's a corridor that those waters are on that never became impassable at any time. We do have a drain that runs through the hospital compound from Burke Road out to the elevator city, and that would have been cleared in preparation for the storm. We never had any overflowing of that drain onto the hospital compound. So that is definitely an old video.
Sybils refute claims of absenteeism in Northern Clarendon. Member of Parliament for Northern Clarendon Dwight Sybils is dismissing claims by residents that he has been absent from his constituency for the last 3 years. According to one resident, the first-term MP has not been active in the constituency and has failed to repair damaged roads. Sybils has refuted the claims.
He had stated that I've been absent from the constituency for 3 years. That is not true. I go to the constituency almost every week. I am in the constituency on a Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday. That's where I go to church every week. It's 147 districts within my constituency. And I make the effort to visit each district every week. So when I said every week, I mean a district per week. So every week I would go to the constituency and visit a district. A number of the roads, approximately 90% of the road in that constituency, need repairing. Some of these roads have not been repaired for up to 33 years. Have not been repaired. So you can imagine the condition of the road. The road that citizens have demonstrated about yesterday have not been repaired for 33 years. So I do understand the way the citizens feel. That is a road that I have submitted with the support of MP Robert Nestor Morgan, because we share that road per se, and it has been approved. Now, with regards to the process, it is taking some time, which there's nothing Mr. Morgan nor myself can do about it, because we have to go through the process. To repair that road, the entire road, which is in a bad condition, is about 300 million.
Veronica Campbell-Brown represents birth of son. Jamaican sprint star Veronica Campbell-Brown and her husband Omar Brown are celebrating the birth of their son. In a post on her Instagram account on Tuesday, Campbell-Brown shared that her boy, Zane Lucas Brown, was born on September 20. In an Instagram reel which features a fusion of images and short videos, Campbell-Brown shared, among other things, moments of herself in hospital with her newborn Lovejoy. Her daughter Aviana also featured prominently in the reel and was captured kissing the new addition to the family as Mary J. Blige hit song Everything is looped into the video. According to Campbell-Brown, Zane Lucas weighed in at 6 pounds 14.9 ounces. Campbell-Brown had revealed she was pregnant with her second child on May 15, the same day she celebrated her birthday. Among those congratulating the former sprint superstar on her special moment is double Olympic champion Elaine Thompson-Hero, gospel singer Kevin Donswell, and Jamaican songstress Tizon Chen. Widely recognized as one of Jamaica's most decorated athletes, the 40-year-old has won several gold medals throughout her illustrious junior and senior athletic career. 7 people charged in massive ganja bust. 7 people who were arrested following a big drug bust in Clarendon last week have been charged. Charged with possession, dealing, trafficking, and taking steps preparatory to export ganja is Gary Rogers, 43, a taxi operator of Round Hill, Mountainside District in St. Elizabeth. Charged with conspiracy to, dealing in, and trafficking ganja are George Richards, 38, a fish vendor from Portland, Emerald Sons, 32, a taxi driver from Portland, Marvin Watson, 42, a National Water Commission technician from Scott Run, Barrington Gale, 45, a fisherman from Sunshore, Sidney Stevens, 42, a fisherman from Old Harbor Bay in St. Catherine, and Carol Kelson, 54, a farmer in St. Thomas. The 7 are to appear in the Mapen Parish Court on Thursday, September 29, 2022. It was reported that about 5:30 p.m. on September 21, 2022, police officers assigned to the Clarendon Division intercepted a 3-vehicle convoy at Clarendon Park in the parish. During a search, compressed ganja weighing more than 1,200 pounds was found in at least 3 cars that were traveling in the convoy. Narcotics investigators were summoned to the scene, and on arrival, all 3 cars were seized and the occupants arrested on reasonable suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drug Act. Yesterday, after interviews were conducted with the suspects in the presence of their attorney, all 7 were charged. Cuthbert Flynn pleads for water roads for her constituents. Member of Parliament MP for St. Andrew West Rural, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, has asserted that as Jamaica's strive for prosperity, rural development must be an integral part of the process. To allow for West Rural St. Andrew to prosper, focus must be placed on water, road security, and access to proper infrastructure, she said in her presentation in the State of Constituency debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. The second-term MP said it was no secret that her constituency suffers from major road woes, which include frequent lock-offs for days and even months. Cuthbert Flynn says that she has made access to water a priority since being elected in 2016, with the recent upgrading of a pump house, which will assist with water supply in the Calaveras area. The MP added that tanks will be purchased for Calaveras District and Mount Airy in the Brandon Hill Division, which will serve the residents and those in surrounding areas of Mount Prospect, New Garden, Mount James, and Mountain Spring. There have been great efforts by the National Water Commission to upgrade the pipelines across the constituency, as well as focus on the metering of new customers, and I welcome this effort, she stated. Cuthbert Flynn told Parliament that the $800 million Exit Hall Water Project, which will fix the long-standing water crisis in Lawrence Tavern from Burnt Shop to Border, is on track. She said on completion it is expected to produce enough water to serve approximately 20,000 residents daily. Water to all this community must be a priority for sustainable development, and I look forward to more communities being upgraded with larger pipelines and consistent water supply, she said. Meanwhile, the MP said her constituency has a wide network of roadworks which are heavily traversed daily and are in a terrible state. She said patching of several roads has been undertaken in all 4 divisions, and since her presentation last year, an estimate of $103.6 million has been prepared for the complete rehabilitation of the Marcellus in East Kirkland Heights roadway in Red Hills. Cuthbert Flynn sought to assure her constituents that their complaints have not fallen on deaf ears and that she is committed to continuing to lobby on their behalf. She called on the government to ensure that the complete rehabilitation of the major thoroughfares, Manor Park to Toms River, St. Mary, is included in the plans for the next financial year. This roadway is a major network and doesn't just pass through my constituency, but connects 5 members of Parliament in this House to this constituency, she added. The MP added that the following roadways are also in need of attention: Belvedere in Red Hills, Seaview Road in Stony Hill, Temple Hall to border to Lawrence Tavern Square, and Mount Ugly into Tavern. She reasoned that they are all Jamaican Urban Transit JUTC routes in need of serious attention. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell